Hello, divine souls. It's Anna T. Brooks, Sovereign Energy Alchemist, and welcome to this week's weekly energy oracle card reading for this week, the 29th of March until the 4th of April. This is the first transition into this gorgeous new month of April. We have so many energies shifting. We are moving out of Pisces season. We've moved into Aries now. The fire has started. For those of you who might have felt like the fire was building, but it was just a little bit stifled by the Piscean watery energy, things are definitely picking up. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Please say hello when you jump on. And leave me any comments as we go as well. I'd love for you to hit like, subscribe, all of those goodies to make sure that you catch this every week. So welcome to everyone who is brand new and this is your first time watching. Make sure you say hey, and for all of my beautiful souls who come in to watch every single week, sending you so much love. Let's get into the reading. So as always, I will be using my Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell. And I do a special reading that I've come up with, which is a 3-card reading, mind, body, and soul. So the mind card firstly covers the energetic energies for the energies for the week that are kind of the conscious energies, things you're going to be aware of, things you're going to be thinking about, things that are going to be really, really obvious to you throughout the week. The second card, the body card, is more of the physical. So this can relate to your physical presence, but it can also relate to others around you, physical situations around you, situations, people, relationships, all of that kind of thing, the things in the physical that you're going to be dealing with. And then finally, the third card, the soul card, is more of the underlying, the subconscious energies, the things that you might not necessarily be really aware of, but if you really tune in, you're going to feel how they're feeding into this week as well. So I always take time before the reading, before I record this for you guys, to actually tune in, to meditate, and to pull the cards beforehand so they're all ready and we're ready to go for this reading. So I always love to go one card at a time. I read through the guidebook as well for you because I think it's really, really helpful, especially if you're working on your own intuitive skills. I highly recommend when I start reading the book to really just take a breath, feel it into your body, and let yourself respond and let yourself hear the words and see what pulls you. This is your own intuition letting you know when there's specific messages for you. So let's get into it. And then once I've done all of this, I always tie it all in together and give my own kind of intuitive understanding of how these energies have come through and what Spirit is coming through to say. Excuse me. Okay, so let's begin. The first card for mind is Birthing a New Age. What an incredible picture, this one. Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now we're in a transition period between ages, in the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new to rise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities and ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene's sisters, daughters of Isis, Essenes, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from times past. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. If you would like to receive the activation that comes with this card, hand on your heart, deep breath, close down your eyes and receive. I am open to surrendering to the creations that are wanting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Please use me. Please lead me. Please show me the way. That's so beautiful. And my take on this particular card, I always like to tie in as well the previous week when it comes to me. And previous week we had the transformation card in this position. So last week was very much about big things transforming, big things on a cellular level shifting. And we're kind of moving to that next stage now where the transformation is still continuing, but it's definitely at a particular edge where now it's like, okay, it's time to bring forth the new. It's time to, you know, let the old go, what has been transformed, what has been healed, what has been alchemized, what has moved through, what we have released and let go. It's time now that that space has been cleared, move into the new. Do the things that you know you are now being pulled towards. And you're going to be very aware of that energy this week. You're going to feel very consciously pulled towards your new path and towards the things that are really drawing you. The second card for body is Akasha. So as you know, of like Akashic records. So Akasha says, your guidance is divinely guided. Akasha exists in the fifth dimension and the library of souls. All soul contracts, history, gifts, lessons, and more exist here. We each have access to this information of the past, present, and future and can tap into it at any time. While we have free will, there are also points on the timeline of our lives that are predestined or pre-planned. Soul contracts or agreements that were made before incarnating. It could be a company that you chose to work for, a relationship you plan to have, or a person you agreed to mentor or help. Whatever it is, know that it is divinely guided and will not bypass you. If you're waiting for a sign to proceed, this card is it. You are likely living out an important part of your soul's journey and you are exactly where you need to be. This is very exciting indeed. It is time to call in the support of your helpers, both in the physical realm and the spirit world, to trust the callings and the signs that are coming, to take note of your dreams, to notice any feelings or visions that you receive, for you are tapping into the wisdom of the Akasha and you're being given the go-ahead to proceed. So this is one of the transmission cards, so it also has a transmission to be received, if you wish. Hand on your heart, deep breath, close down your eyes. I open myself up to receive the wisdom of the Akasha. I am ready to download any information from my soul records that is of my highest good and the highest good of all right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is an incredible card because this is such a deep spiritual card to be in the position of the physical, right, of the body. For me, what's coming through intuitively is that this is going to be a week where there is contracts, soul contracts and things that are being wrapped up in your physical space. There might be people leaving. There might be relationships that have run their course. There might be a way that you've been operating for yourself, right? It might be to do with your health, your routine, your how you look after yourself. It might be your exercise routine, all of the physical things. There is something physical this week that is coming to an end, and it may have been coming to an end for quite some time. It may have been something that you've been thinking about for quite some time, or trying and kind of going back and forth and being not sure. There is something physically that is at the stage this week that it is ready to move through. It is ready to be released. It is ready to be accessed. There is something very karmic happening this week. And it might not necessarily be something leaving or a release, although that's what I'm feeling is going to be the energy for most of us. But for some of us, it might be something else. It might be meeting someone new, right? Because we have got that card at the start, birthing a new age. It's new creations. So for some of you, this may be something new as well, that you're going to get some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? A validation of this new path, right? That there's going to be someone new that enters your life, a situation that arises, an opportunity that arises, something physical, right? Something tangible that comes through to show you that, yes, this is where we're going. This was predestined. This was predetermined. This is something that was always meant for you. And it is here now. It is here at this perfect time. And finally, the last card that we have for soul, for the subconscious, those underlying energies that you may not be so aware of until you kind of look for them, right? And the card that came up is another transmission card, right? And there's actually not many transmission cards in this deck. It's split into 4 sections. The previous card, Akasha, was one of the transmission cards. And this one, the last one, is also from this particular section. And this is Lemuria. I know many of you are familiar with Lemuria and with other ancient civilizations and everything, but I'm going to read from the deck for you. So, Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Lemuria, or Mu, is one of the earth's lost lands, where heaven really was a place on earth, a time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no worse than us, and the sun no better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. Perhaps you are part of the transition team who at a soul level are devoted to creating this kind of harmony on the planet now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on the planet right now, but you are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of the future. It is closer than you think. You may be guided to hold the frequency of Lemuria in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself. Know that it is possible, and while at times it may feel like you are alone, you truly are not. There are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes of this ancient lost land, and even Lemuria crystals that hold the codes of remembering that are beginning to rise all over the planet. Keep doing what you're doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. So there's one more transmission. This is a very short one. So close down your eyes, deep breath into the heart. I hold the codes of Lemuria and believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. So this card in this position of the subconscious energies, it's like that underlying energy that you're going to kind of just, as you're guided, as maybe things are moving, as things are shifting, as people, situations, circumstances around you are falling away or coming into your life, there's an underlying energy that you just feel like we are creating something really beautiful here. We are creating something so divine, so needed, so cherished, so divinely guided, that this is for the better of everyone, right? Because there may be times when you sort of question yourself about, well, is this really the right choice? Is this really the right thing to do? Can I really do this? Can I really let this person go? Can I really let this situation go? Can I really do all of these things that I'm being called to do? Deep down, you just have this knowing this week that this is for the greatest good, truly, for you, for me, for us, right? And that's anchor in that energy, because it's going to be a subconscious energy. It's not going to be one that everyone's talking about and everyone's telling you about and everyone's like, oh yeah, of course, believe in it, we're creating heaven on earth. It's getting hair everywhere. It's an underlying energy. So choose to anchor it in for yourself this week. Choose to tune into it, because it is there and you will feel it, and allow yourself to feel it. And as you go through, this is going to be a week where you're so aware, you're birthing something new. You are in that stage where you've come out of a big shift of transformation, and it's time for the new. It's really time to put that into movement, into action, into thoughts, into being, right? And there's going to be things, the Akasha card, in your physical that come up. It's like karma coming through, right? It might be karmic cycles of something that needs to end, or it might be karmic cycles of something that is meant to come for you right now. It was predestined that this person, this situation, this opportunity, this energy, this shift was meant for you, right? That's something that you've perhaps struggled with previously. With these two cards combined, sound like Captain Planet. With these two cards combined, it's like you have the trust that whatever it is that you're bringing forth now, you are supported, you are meant to be here, and the things are going to line up that need to line up in the physical as well. This was meant to be. You are meant to be here right now doing what you are called to do. So that is the energies for this week, for this first week of transitioning into April. It's an exciting week, and I'm really curious to hear what are these new things. I would love for you to pop a comment in. Let me know what's going on for you. Let me know if there's anything releasing, shifting, all of these things. I would love to know. So pop some comments in. Hit like, share this if you feel called to. Also, make sure you've subscribed so that you get these weekly oracle card readings as soon as they come out every week. And I will see you next week as we dive deeper and deeper into the next part of April. Sending you so much love, and remember, live life on purpose.